Thanks for that introduction, Florian. I mean, we know that this is complex work. So our focus at the Jacobs Foundation is in transforming education systems, which we know is complex, that we know requires collective action. We're conscious of the challenges, the demands and the challenges of providing unrestricted funding. We're conscious of the challenges in that of the perhaps underuse of evidence to support funding of unrestricted projects. So we're very happy to be working with Ashoka and a lot of other partners in different parts of the world to try to bring fresh thinking to the world of philanthropy, which has up until now mostly, I think, struggled with the provision of unrestricted funding for collective impact projects that transform systems. You know, and very interesting to hear your comments, Vishy's. A number of things really resonated. That idea of changing perceptions and not only changing systemic mechanisms, for example, and again, the reference to the complexity of this, the idea that we need to engage communities in the transformation of their own systems as opposed to taking colonial approaches, are some of the things that we as the Jacobs Foundation have recognized and are trying to address. And by the way, I wouldn't for a moment claim that we have all the answers or have any silver bullets, but I think we're recognizing some really fundamental challenges and important strategies that hopefully will work to some extent and will at least inspire and inform other people to follow suit. So we are focused on transforming education systems, but to Vishy's point, I think we're recognizing that we can't consider, it doesn't help to only think of education systems in a narrow sense. So yes, we are interested in transforming the experience and the environment of schools, for example, but we also are trying to reach beyond schools to the idea of weaving whole learning ecosystems. So Francois was referring to that earlier, this idea of weaving a whole learning ecosystem around a child so that that child is able to learn to thrive together. So our very North Star, I suppose, is the idea that we want to contribute to the creation of learning ecosystems in which every child is able to thrive together. The challenge we are posing here is that we believe that literacy and numeracy are absolutely essential, but they're not sufficient. We have to be developing more than that in young people if they want to thrive. We're challenging the idea that the very purpose, as Vishy is pointing out, often of education is narrowly individualistic and economic, and that we need to broaden that idea out to the idea of thriving, which is essentially equipping and inclining every child to what we might think of learn to thrive together, so to care for themselves and others and the planet together. And to do that, you need to empower the whole community in that work. So that's our very North Star. Then from a programmatic perspective, we are on the one hand funding programs which are trying to improve the generation and use of evidence in the process of transforming systems. So we do see challenges of issue around RCTs. We are very insistent on rigorous evidence and can see the benefits and the difficulties of RCTs. So we're open to new approaches for generating evidence. We're focused on the problem of spreading innovations between schools, where innovations are very common, but are often stuck in schools. And we're focused on trying to model approaches to transformation. I think the emphasis here is on the approach to transformation as much as the end result, so that we're trying to invest in weaving approaches where whole communities can connect with each other, collaborate with each other, and learn together to transform their own systems. And our hope is that by taking these rather novel approaches to investment, that we will be able to model approaches and inspire and inform others to learn with us.